Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Fadley. I am the Chair of Accountancy and Professor of Practice here at East Tennessee State University in the College of Business and Technology. I'm going to be your instructor for this accounting course. It's the only accounting course you will have in this 12 classes that make up this program. We are glad you're a part of the ETSU College of Business and Technology and chosen this university to further your education. You've made a wise choice. We are accredited by AACSB. Both the college and our accounting department is separately accredited. That's something we brag about because we are the only university between Virginia Tech and University of Tennessee and University of Kentucky and Wake Forest. We're the only university within that area that has this accounting accreditation. So we are glad you're part of ETSU and the learning you're going to achieve here. Hopefully at this point, you have successfully passed the accounting boot camp. That's in a separate course ID and should be out there available to you. It's very short. There's 4 modules and each module has about a 15-minute video where I talk about accounting in general. I talk about a couple of books. One is right here behind me, MBA Accounting Finance. Another one is Accounting Made Simple. And a third book, which I don't have here, is Cost Accounting Made Simple, which looks very similar to this, very thin, and it really gives you, in less than 2 hours, the ability to understand accounting. You probably never heard that when you were undergrad. If you did an undergrad in business, if you didn't do an undergrad in business, maybe you're in PharmD or medical school or an engineer or something outside of business, then maybe this is all new to you. But I can tell you, you can learn what you need to know about accounting for this class in this text, as well as a little bit more detail what's in this MBA for Accounting and Finance. In fact, that text will also help you when you take the finance course, which is probably next semester. So hopefully you have passed successfully, understand what's going on in that boot camp. And so that boot camp should have you ready to go for this course, because this course is going to be 7 case studies about various companies that in some cases committed fraud. In fact, most of them did. One of them, WorldCom. We're going to talk about revenue recognition. We're also going to talk about expense recognition. Now, 95% of what accountants do in your organization is recognizing revenue when it is earned and matching those expenses with that, right? And so revenue minus expenses gives us what? Net income. That's as simple as accounting is. And so Waste Management was guilty of doing some fraudulent reporting with or manipulation of the books with expense reporting. We also get into some other areas as well in future modules, but there'll be 1 module for each week, 7 weeks. The paper is due at the end of each of those weeks. It's an accelerated class. Normally this is a 15-week course or 14-week course, but now it's 7 weeks. So instead of having a paper due every 2 weeks, now because you're just focusing on accounting, you'll have a paper due every week. Some ways that's better, and just focusing on one discipline. But you should enjoy this class. It's not like any accounting course you've had before where you're learning how to make debits and credits. It helps them to understand that, but it's not about making debits and credits and creating financials. This is about you as a business leader. What do you need to know about the accounting world? What is going on out there as a CEO, as a CFO, as whatever job you might find yourself in, HR management, quality assurance. You need to understand the numbers. And if you understand the numbers, the technical skill needed there, then you're ready to move up the echelon to the upper echelons of management and executive leadership as honing your relational or human skills and moving up to the conceptual level to understand where a company, the vision that it needs, and the systems side of things, how everything really dovetails together. So let me share with you a little bit of the information out there in D2L. And so what we're seeing here, the table of contents for this course, course info, of course, a course introduction. You can click on each of these. There's a syllabus there. I go into quite a bit of detail with what the expectations are. I don't want to spend a lot of time here in a video going through this. I like to keep the videos fairly short, but please read this. There are the 3 texts. You can find each of these texts. In fact, this one that I just showed you a minute ago, Accounting Made Simple, I've got free PDF out there for that in the boot camp. But I would encourage you to just go ahead and buy this. It's less than $5. The cost of Accounting Made Simple is probably $5. And even this book that's back behind me there, MBA for Fundamentals for Accounting and Finance, you can probably get that for less than $5. So all 3 of those, $15, are well worth having. And I like it because you got an MBA and a CMA, which is what I am, that wrote this book that's behind me. It's really more of a desk manual. It's not a textbook. It's a desk manual. And this is just something to me that it's an outstanding job that this CPA has put together. And he's got a series of those books. We'll use Excel, Microsoft Excel a little, not much. The last assignment, you have to do something, but this course is more about case studies and written responses, which is so important to communicate in writing. I do expect you to do your formatting, your references and citations in APA, either 6th or 7th edition, either one's fine. I'm not a stickler on going through and counting off when you maybe make minor mistakes. It's really just to sort of have some sense of uniformity among all students when I'm grading. But the OWL at Purdue Online Writing Lab, excellent resource. There's a blog. I would not buy an APA manual. Do not buy the manual. Go to this blog site if you got something in particular that you're concerned about, or the very last one there is my dissertation. If you click on that, dc.etsu.edu, there's 100 references on there and citations in there, probably anything you would encounter. I would just click on my dissertation and get a feel there for how you do citations. I've also got a 1-page PDF out there as well, where I kind of put everything on one page of what you need to know about how to do the citation. So don't fret over that you got to learn how to do APA 6th or 7th edition and you used to do an MLA or Chicago style. Just look at what I've got out there in either my dissertation or that 1-page PDF, and that's sufficient. Each of these cases, 14 points each. The last one's 16 because it needs to round to 100, right? Or add up to 100. There's the 7 cases in order. It must be a minimum of 1,500 words. I usually say 5 to 7 pages, but number of words is easier for me to keep it simple. Do not restate the case as part of your analysis. I can tell you how many times I'll get someone who'll spend 500 words restating what I already know. I mean, it's not to say you don't quote anything in the case. You should refer to the case and what you're talking about, but don't restate the case in your analysis. I can't emphasize that enough. And so the 1,500 words is for everything, including references and citations. So when you get done, Word tells you how many Word will tell you how many words are in the document. All right, down at the bottom, you got all the necessary boilerplate information that we put in our syllabus. And then the very last page is the schedule. The course begins on October 17th of 2022. So the first case is due Sunday, the 23rd at 11 p.m. If you don't turn it in until 8 a.m. on Monday, that's fine. I'm not going to start grading it at midnight. But if you need to work overnight, I mean, I personally wouldn't do it. Aim for 11 p.m. But you need to get it turned in no later than 8 a.m. the following day, which would be the 24th. But that's the deadlines. October 23rd for revenue recognition, all the way down to December 4th is the last Sunday after the class ends. So, all right, what else is out here? We can look at briefly here, sort of an introductory video. There's my objectives for you that I want you to understand: financial and managerial. You should already have a pretty good idea of what that is, the differences from the boot camp. Applying theory to practice. Again, I worked 33 years in business in various jobs in HR, IT. I was corporate finance manager, controller for a number of years. So I've had a lot of experience. Worked in operations some. Very knowledgeable in inventory management. There's my picture. You can click on the link that takes you to the accounting website. And it has all of the faculty and staff there listed. Stellar group of individuals, a lot of emeritus. Again, we've got more emeritus than we have faculty, don't we? Back to course info. Introductions. Feel free to go to the discussion board and tell the other students. You don't have to if you want to keep that private, but if you want to make introductions, there's a board out there, discussion board for that. There's a list of assignments and due dates again. There's a lot of duplication in here. How to navigate this course. Obviously, read all of the, when you get to each of these modules, make sure you read each of the content that's out there. I don't have a bunch of filler content. The content out there will help you with these cases. This class is all about these 7 cases and learning as much as you can about these general accepted accounting principles. That's what you need as a leader in your company. All right, so let's see, that's course info. Fundamentals. Obviously, you should have already tackled the boot camp here. Again, I've got the accounting principles out there for you to go through. You need to make sure you understand, especially these last 5 that I haven't read. Revenue recognition is the first week. Matching principles the second week. Very important. Going back to the fundamentals section here. The accounting process. Again, boot camp goes into a lot of detail there, so no need to go through that again. And then the assignments. Again, this is just restating what is in the syllabus. A little bit different format there, but it's identical. It's just a cut and paste. The grading rubric, percentages. Grading rubric probably is up here in this part, right? 25 points for grammar, writing, 25 points for understanding topic, 25 points for synthesis, and 25 points for correct formatting. Again, I'm not a stickler there for that. As long as you're close to what APA 6th or 7th is, I'm okay with that. At any time, please email me. I usually respond to emails pretty quickly. If I'm here in the office, which I am 5 days a week, I'll answer within a few hours. Even on weekends, I read emails all weekend, so I'm usually pretty prompt in that. So that's sort of an introduction to this course. I'm glad you're here again and look forward to speaking with you next time in the first module, the first week, about WorldCom and their failure with revenue recognition and also expense recognition. Hope you have a good day.